Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. All right. Nice rip, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mike Ortiz in the USA. So I'm going to be messing with the sound a little bit more directly today. I don't have a producer, so I'm going to play with the sound. How y'all doing today? How's it going? Happy Friday. How you like this funky chicken funk? What's up, Elise? Boom, today is a good day. Happy Friday. Yeah, check out that picture. That's a funny picture. Alright. Yeah, now. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Alright. We're live. Happy Friday. So how's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in to Tea Time to Mike Ortiz. I used to have a podcast called Tea Time with Mike and Mike, and I'm gonna be calling this show Tea Time with Mike and Mike a lot by mistake, so I apologize. I actually want to talk about coffee for a second because I just brewed on this episode. I wanted to go over, I wanted to taste some Phoenix Mountain oolongs. Duck shit is like the most famous Phoenix Mountain oolong tea in America, I would say. It's the most well-known one. But that doesn't necessarily make it the best. I don't need to keep these on anymore. That doesn't necessarily make it the best. You know, there's a lot of other cultivars besides Yashixiang. Yashixiang is the name of the cultivar that makes duck shit oolong. So there's a lot of other cultivars that are really good in Phoenix Mountain. So I wanted to taste Milanxiang today. And but before I get into that, let's see what's going on today. Let's see who's with us. I'm on. It looks like Elise is with us via Twitch, right? Is that right, Elise? That's really good because I thought that we were having trouble streaming on Twitch. Yeah. Your mic audio sounds a little cracky. Oh, man. Really? Thanks for the heads up. Check, check, check. You know what I think I've got to figure out how to do is get this computer hooked up to an Ethernet cable because it's one of the new Macs, you know. So since it's one of the new Macs, it doesn't have an Ethernet input. Maybe if let me see. Check, check. Let me turn the... Let's hear. Check. Check. I think we're okay. All right. I think it's fine. My mic is off? Check, check. Oh, like off, like not. Yeah, that's strange. I don't know. Like Alfredo Lin would say. I don't know. I don't want to troubleshoot it too hard right now because I think it's gonna like throw off the flow or the excuse of the excuse for flow. Move forward. You can troubleshoot before another stream. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Elise. Elise is the best. Elise, you're the best. I think that I'm really happy with what I told you the other day. It like left me thinking. I said that your dreams are really important, and it's like, man, it's true. You have really great dreams that have like really cool potential for tea and for people. So thank you for what you do, man. I'll figure out this mic situation. You know, it's the beginning of the beginning. Like we all know. I'm gonna keep the headphones on just so that I can have a better. I can keep track of the sound a little better. I wanna. Yeah. I just got a message from a hotel. It's like, something that I've talked about here is like the difference between like selling tea to restaurants and those kind of people, like selling tea to restaurants and hotels and like food service accounts against selling tea to people at home, and it's really crazy, because the restaurant industry is so urgent. It's such an immediate thing. People go to eat and they're there in the moment, and they need to have something to drink or something to eat immediately, and if we can't solve those problems immediately, there's somebody else that can. And it's like one of the big challenges about just being in that industry and selling tea to restaurants. Are you going to keep playing music for us? Yeah, well, I mean, like what I was playing earlier. This is my friend John. Here, let me see if it's here. 1 second. Like, this is a little database of music. My friend, they gotta give a big shout out and a lot of love to John Albano. He's a good friend from college. Is there it is. So he's like one of the most talented people that I've ever met. It's ridiculous. And he like can play any instrument. He kills it. So we basically, like, I send him some tea from time to time, and he sends me like just an open Dropbox that I can, and he's like, yeah, play whatever you want, it's fine, on the show and whatnot. So like, this is some stuff. There's one track, it's called Bad Avenue, and it's so dope. It was the theme song to my old podcast, but I think this song is just amazing. Casbah, and this is Bad Avenue. I love this song. Check this out. What's up, Yelena? Nice to see you. How dope is that? John Albano, so funky, it's so good. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna get this tea ready to drink for us. So I'm gonna let Bad Avenue play a little bit, and I'm gonna grab the tea and rock and roll. I'll be right back.
paid for all your defense bills, and you still wouldn't see me. Why do you hate me so bad? What did I ever do to you, baby? You've been held up in that room so long. How can I even trust you? Oh, goddamn, I'm leaving. I can't amount to nothing in your eyes. Oh, baby. Goddamn, I'm leaving. I can't amount to nothing in your eyes. Oh, baby. Why do you hate me so bad? What did I ever do to you, baby? You've been held up in that room so long. How can I even trust you? You get a lot of love for nothing, and you give nothing back. Don't you know back in the 90s, baby, everybody went to jail for crack. Why do you hate me so bad? What did I ever do to you, baby? You've been held up in that room so long. How should I even trust you? Goddamn, I'm leaving. I can't amount to nothing in your eyes. Oh, baby. Goddamn, I'm leaving. I can't amount to nothing in your eyes. Oh, baby. Why do you hate me so bad? What did I ever do to you, baby? You've been held up in that room so long.
Yeah, my bad. Whoa. Sorry, guys. My fault. Thank you, Elise. Damn, Elise, with the tutorship. Thank you. All right. I'm going to get the guy one. Let's make some tea, huh? So you typically wouldn't want to like grab all the tea with your hands like that, but it's just me drinking, and I'd rather do it that way. So, you know, no rules being broken. Like Milan Xiang, I believe it means honey orchid aroma, Milan Xiang, and Milan Xiang is oh shit. Looks like the music was too loud. This is perfect. Okay, cool. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Big love, family. Big love. All right, cool. Now I see the chat like on the screen. This is hey, things are getting better, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, man? All right, so that's crazy. This this smells like Caribbean fruit, like Caribbean like. There's this fruit that we have down here in Miami. It's called mamoncillo. That it's like a small little green fruit, tiny, like the size of maybe the size of like a ping pong ball, right? A little smaller than that even. And it's like covered in this green skin, and you bite it with your teeth, with like your front teeth, and that cracks the skin, and then you peel off the skin, and it's like this little, almost like a little gelatinous little ball, and it's like a big seed that's covered with this like kind of fuzzy, juicy flesh that's like delicious. It tastes like sweet lemon, lime, pineapple, lychee, like all of that together. It's amazing. Mamoncillo. I have no idea what it's called in English, but this is like that. It's like so I guess it's like lemon, lime, pineapple, lychee. But yeah, you know, duck shit is such an aggressive name that, you know, it's like everybody wants to try duck shit oolong immediately. But Milan Xiang is nice, you know. This one is anyway. It's a pretty wild story. We made this connection with a family that reached out to us on Instagram. That they saw that we were into Chinese tea, and they wanted us to try their family's tea on from Wudong Village, which is right there around Phoenix Mountain, or in Phoenix Mountain rather, in Phoenix Mountain. I haven't been to Phoenix Mountain yet. Elise, you and I were close that time, but I haven't made it out there yet. Damn, I can't wait to travel again. But at any rate, I couldn't get to Phoenix Mountain, and I'm really excited to go because their tea is so interesting. It's like so unique. You know, you can say that about every growing region, really, but Phoenix Mountain Oolong has this character that's like really unique to Phoenix Mountain Oolong. I think just that it's like so loud, so expressive. Like there's no, I don't know. It's like you know, green tea and white tea are really like forward and crisp and direct and clean. But I think that like specifically Phoenix Mountain Oolong is like loud hip hop, you know, or like what do I mean by that? It's like loud hip hop. I mean it's like it's loud, but it's like undeniably awesome and like fun, you know. Phoenix Mountain Oolong is like such a specific category, like so yeah, just it's like expressive, you know. Like sometimes, like, you know, certain sommeliers, whatever, if you ever have tea around the name of this song real quick, guys. The name of this song is Fuck Sports Authority. So, John Albano, genius. Alright, sorry. I got carried away, people, because my friends are geniuses. And I get carried away. I I get carried away with the beauty of the art, of the music. All right. So yeah, it's like usually like people that like Phoenix Mountain Oolong is always a surprise to people that have never had it before. You know, they taste it and it's like, whoa, what is that? You know, it's so it's so unique because it tastes like the way that it's citrusy and like even floral, like osmanthus flowers and kind of like really bright flowers. It has such a specific vibe to it. I don't know. It's really nice. I have a feeling that I'm messing up the chat here. Let me make sure that something is okay. Yep, and I am. Yeah. Word. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh man, I would love to talk to you about that. Are you streaming now? I mean, obviously not. If you're talking with me, is that? I don't know. I have no idea how this works. God. Bueno. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's talk about it next week. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, this is something that I really like about Phoenix Mountain Oolong. I want to keep talking about Phoenix Mountain Oolong, you know. Yeah. So something that's really cool about Phoenix Mountain Oolong is that, or something that really cool. What a oversimplification. What a whack way to put it. Oversimplification. Something that's great about Phoenix Mountain Oolong is that because it's so expressive, I think that it's the best tea to use to practice, to like learn how to become a better tea brewer. Because like a Phoenix Mountain Oolong that you let it sit for like just like 4, 5, 8 extra seconds is gonna taste very different already. And most other teas are like they tend to be a lot more forgiving and patient, and like, you know, you could, if you let it sit an extra 12 seconds, it's gonna be kind of hard for somebody without like a really solid trained palate to be able to feel that out. But with Phoenix Mountain Oolongs, it's like loud, you know, it's like undeniable when the brew wasn't made like just right. And then something that I, in my experience, tends to happen, and my friend Tim Su out of New York, he has a company called Cupidum, and we work together also. He's wonderful, man. The tea family. Boom, I love it. So he told me this thing about Phoenix Mountain Oolongs that, as I've reflected on it, seems to be true, that every time that I brew a Phoenix Mountain Oolong, if I brew it for too long on one particular brew, it's like the rest of the session is gonna be dramatically less, I don't know, like less loud, kind of less fully developed. Yeah, less fully developed, you know. It's gonna be like an echo. So when you're brewing Phoenix Mountain Oolong, I recommend, if you're playing with Phoenix Mountain Oolong, I think it's like the perfect tea for a Gaiwan, because Phoenix Mountain Oolong is like, it's from Chaozhou. Chaozhou is the city like of Phoenix Mountain, right? Or the city, like, yeah, the city of Phoenix Mountain. And from as I understand it, right, it's like the word Gongfu tea is pretty tricky because it has a few different kind of like associated meanings, and there's a lot of like kind of deep debate about which one is right. So the Gaiwan, which is this thing that we're using to brew the tea, it's like a little cup with a little saucer and a little lid. right? You can find a guy one at sipjojo.com if you're in planet Earth, ladies and gentlemen. So, by the way, this show is brought to us by Jojo Tea in Miami, Florida. Just a rock and roll group of human beings with belief in tea and a love of the game. So, at any rate, if you're playing with Phoenix Mountain Oolong, I always recommend to like stuff the Gaiwan with a lot of tea and do quick brews. As I was saying, like the Gaiwan was actually invented in Chaozhou, or came to prominence in Chaozhou. Do you ship to Mars? Not yet. Elon, I'm trying to get in touch with Elon Musk because I have this idea, but I'm gonna write some letters. I'm gonna write some letters for Elon Musk. But maybe because why not get tea to Mars? If those people are gonna be up there for months or whatever, they're gonna need tea. They're gonna need something to sip on. So I think I'm gonna write a letter to Elon Musk. Anyway, the Gaiwan is made or was invented in Chaozhou and like developed in Chaozhou. And one of the definitions of Kung Fu tea is what we're doing here, but if there were a bunch of people here, it's a more social environment, and people just are pouring tea for people. There's a lot of like spillage, which is why you use like drip trays like this or something. Maybe with stainless steel is even really, really common. So he believes in good stuff, Elon Musk. I hope that let's see if we can get him to believe in tea on Mars. Let's do it. So the point that I want to make about the Gaiwan, that particularly in relation to Phoenix Mountain Oolongs, is that because Phoenix Mountain Oolongs have such a loud aroma and such a loud flavor. If you look at this, like the shape of this vessel, of this Gaiwan, it's almost like a bell, right? Whereas if we compare this to a teapot, here, I'm going to grab a teapot to use as an example real quick. So, you see how this teapot, the lid of it, like the shape of the pot is round, and then it gets smaller as it gets to the top, right? And then on the top, you have a small opening. And the opening is smaller than the brew chamber of the vessel, right? This is deep tea nerd shit. If you're not into it, I'm sorry, whatever. But then this thing, you see how like the shape of the Gaiwan, like it goes in and then out, and the opening is wider than the brew chamber, right? So then because the opening is wider, you get more surface area as it's brewing. And then that's going to allow for more of an aromatic release, right? And then because of the fact that oolong, that Phoenix Mountain oolongs, like, they're not as thoroughly oxidized and as thoroughly roasted as Wu Yi Mountain oolongs, and they're right close to each other, but they're less oxidized. They tend to be more like kind of fresh fruit. Whereas Phoenix or Wu Yi Mountain oolongs, I think, tend to taste more like preserved fruit and kind of like fruit leather, like kind of sticky, jammy situations. So, so I think that this vessel in particular is just like so perfect for Phoenix Mountain oolongs. I love it, and I like playing with it. I'll show you something that I like to do. See, like right now, as we look at this Gaiwan, I feel like it's, I want to get some more tea in there, right? By the way, hold up. Yelena says, a few years ago, he searched for some awesome barista for his Tesla somewhere in USA. Really? Hold up. I forgot where now because he wanted his people to have the best coffee. He's gonna believe in what you propose. I don't know. Well, we're gonna write him some letters. Elon Musk, if that's your real name, yeah, right. That guy's real name is probably like I don't know, 9-X 1001. Yeah, I said it. I think that Elon Musk is not his real name. I said it. I think that he was born in Kenya. Can you believe this world that we live in? Dear Elon Musk. Dear Elon Musk. Alright. That's funny. Let's make some more tea. Alright, so here's what I wanted to show you. I put some more tea in there because I felt like I wanted to have a little bit more tea in this guy one. And I wanted it to be really bright and vibrant. But now, check this out. To like offer as much room as possible for the leaf to release its aroma and flavor and oil and all of that, all the juice inside, I'm gonna overflow the gaiwan to kind of like imagine there's enough room that you're encouraging the leaf to open up, and then I'm gonna contract it and like concentrate that brew, and I'm gonna do that as quickly as possible, and then I'm gonna pour. Clear this. Smells nice. Yeah, please pardon me. I'm gonna adjust this for a second. Oh, here. Check, check. All right. Does that block the shit out of my face? Yeah, check smooth music. I'm firing my sound guy. This is the third show in a row that I. This is the third show in a row that I. This is the third show in a row that the sound is off, and the sound guy has been. I gotta. Sorry. There's chaos going on in the control room back there, and these guys are embarrassing me. Anyway, okay, yeah, that's what Phoenix Mountain Oolongs. So, I'm happy with the way it came out, because like it should kind of like I feel like Phoenix Mountain Oolong, when you first taste it, and the initial attack of the tea should be kind of like undeniable, right? Yeah, I think that it should be the kind of flavor profile that, like, right as soon as it is tasted, there's a kind of like immediateness of the complexity of the flavor, you know? It's like, if we compare it to a painting, I think it would be kind of like, or to an artist rather, I think it would be more like Jackson Pollock than like, in the sense that it's like, there's a lot going on, and it can seem chaotic until you kind of zoom out and you, like, taste it and take a few breaths and, kind of gather yourself, for lack of a better word, because, you know, good tea, like, you taste it for breath after breath after breath, and the flavor profile of it can extend for 45 minutes, you know? So I think that even though that's the case, and even though the finish of the tea should be really nice and refreshing, or really, yeah, and really like flavorfully complex and nuanced but balanced, I think that it's also important, particularly with Phoenix Mountain Oolongs, that the initial attack of the tea is like really bold, you know? Yeah. So it looks like we had Democratic senators vote against the minimum wage. Jesus Christ, you know? That's a drag, I think. You know, I can't believe it, you know, honestly. I can't believe it, because that's like what Biden ran on. But I mean, you know, I guess I should believe it, right? Ladies and gentlemen, hey, how funny is this picture? Just 1 second, please. Is that not hilarious? I think that picture's so funny. So, I'm working on finding more ridiculous pictures to, I want to have a different one every day, you know? I think that'd be pretty funny. Hey. Yeah, that's the wrong one. That's it. So, Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best way to get like a really good camera angle where you can see like me and the table and the tee with the overhead. So just want to give you a little inside baseball, if that's what's going on. All right, let's practice. So the whole challenge is that like you're gonna go around, or I'm gonna go around the edge of the gaiwan, and I'm gonna make sure that I heat the gaiwan evenly from the bottom up. I'm gonna heat the gaiwan evenly from the bottom up as I brew it. I'm gonna make it overflow, and then I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna create a seal, and then I'm gonna tip it over so that I remove enough water to get it down to like this level, right? Like right there. Does that make sense? Yeah, right there. To like the base of the bell here. So that then by kind of concentrating that water, I'm gonna get a nice kind of expression, a nice little final sip of the tea leaf. Oh, that was a funky break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is tea time with Francisco. All right. So when I did that, it's always a challenge, really. Like every time, for me, every time that I brew Phoenix Mountain Oolong, brew it like it's hot. Start JoJo T radio station. Hell yeah, let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I mean, if my friends keep making dope music, you know, and man, it's an honor. Look at that. That's really good. So when I lived in New York, my friend John and I, we used to play music it's ridiculous. We would jam for like a 4-hour stretch and then get a sandwich and then jam for another 3 hours, you know. It was amazing. But his ability to like put it all together digitally is like something that I've always admired. He's a really badass musician, and this is his funky groove. Music by John Albano, Tea by JoJo T. Mike by Mike Ortiz. Tealet by Elise. Angel's Heart by Yelena. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, Friday, 6:53. Well, we're approaching the 7 o'clock hour, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you had a nice week out there in your funky rides and in your cubicles and in your office parties and in your home theater or in your home office or in your basketball, blue jeans, or wherever you were, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you had a wonderful week. We hope you had a good time, because so many people out there are not having a good time. So if you have the ability to have a good time, then, ladies and gentlemen, you should have it. Have some tea and have some funk. See, like, that brew was like right on point. Not to brag, but it's like this. Like, so if when you know like what a tea can taste like, because you've brewed it several times and you get when you like have worked with a tea a few times, and you've brewed it a few times, and you get to know it, because teas have like a range of flavors and aromas, you know, and then all those flavors and aromas have a range of intensity, you know. So like sometimes you'll brew it and it'll taste a little bit like cucumber and a little bit like watermelon, and then the next time you'll brew it and it'll taste a lot like watermelon and a little bit like cucumber, and sometimes it'll taste a lot like cucumber and a little bit like watermelon. You know, so there's like different kind of notes that, like, depending on how you brew it and how you hit it, they'll like kind of pop up and go down, and also depending on how many times you've brewed it throughout like the life of the brew. Excuse me. You know, like in China, it's like considered bad when you like are drinking tea. If you feel like you have to burp, you should burp. And I don't want to be ripping burps on this, but I might burp from time to time. So whatever, ladies and gentlemen. Tea and burps with Mike or burps with Mike Ortiz. That's what we're gonna do on the show. All right, now something that like that I like to do, like this. That was a beautiful brew, and I'm really happy with it. And I'm gonna throw it away, and I'm gonna brew it again. And what I want to do right now, yeah, you burp, word. And in Japan, I don't know. I've actually never been to Japan. I hope that changes very soon. We got to make that change very soon. And I look forward to it. Elise, let's make it happen. Elise, so actually, Yelena, Elise is like one of the people that connects me with the tea growers. She's amazing. Like, she works exclusively with really amazing sustainable farms, really great tea makers, and she streams on Twitch also, and she's just a badass, and she's got a really interesting project going on that I think I'm allowed to talk about, but just in case I'm not, I'm gonna start brewing some tea. That'll give Elise time to chime in and tell me if yes, word. Okay, so yeah, Elise is working on a project that, like, because of COVID, because the ports have been shut down for so long, the container industry, basically the container of sending shipping industries and freight around the world, is like really overloaded. They're all on like multi-month backlogs, you know. So then because of that, shipping has become like a lot more expensive. Greetings for Elise. I hope I hadn't mispronounced the name. No, it's perfect. Elise, it's just with a Y. If I believe so. Yeah, Elise with a Y. So anyway, like the shipping containers are really backed up, and then because of that, the costs of shipping have like tripled or more. And then it becomes such a big percentage of the cost of the product that it makes it really puts a lot of challenges to doing business. So Elise is like finding a way. Well, she specifically she has a ship and a captain, and they're gonna go pick up the 2021 harvest of tea out of India or Pakistan, and it's going to be consolidated from a bunch of different tea growers all over China, India, Nepal, Taiwan. I mean, all of the major tea producing regions. But mainly India, Nepal, Taiwan, and mainly India, Nepal, China, from what I remember. And they're gonna take all that tea and they're gonna put it on a sailboat, and then they're gonna sail back. Because of the fact that they're gonna sail back, they're gonna save a lot of costs on fuel, and it's also gonna have a much smaller footprint, right? So it's also gonna be a more sustainability focused project, whereby, I mean, I see it as like a real disruptive thing. It's like Corona times made everything more effing expensive. That's right. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everything was already expensive. It's nuts. But yeah. So I think Elise is finding a way to kind of like decentralize the logistics of getting product like tea back into the States, and because of the way that they're doing it, it's going to be at a great cost, and it's going to be at a great price, and it's going to be a lot less. What am I trying to say? Like, it's going to be at less of a price, and it's going to be more dependable, and it's going to take less time than shipping containers because they're all in a backlog right now. So I think that it's a really cool idea, and I'm excited about it. And if I said anything wrong, or if there's any points that you want to make, Elise, please feel free to make them. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. You do you. This is Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Duckface Friday, ladies and gentlemen. The name of this song. The name of this song is Hotel Room. That's a hotel room. That's a perfect name for this song. Like, John. Hotel Room, ladies and gentlemen. Let's brew this again. Actually, yeah. Jam in the hotel room while I brew this tea. So let's see how this brew came out. Yeah, if you ever want to like practice your tea brewing, you know, I think that's something that's a good idea, is to brew the tea a bunch of times and just taste it every time. Don't feel like you need to finish the entire brew. Just take a little bit of, a little sips of the tea, and then let it go. I like this vibe, practice brewing the tea, just taste and let it go, and play some dope music and talk to you guys. It's nice. I'll prepare some content too. Next week is gonna be another ride. All right. Well, I think here. Let me actually review my brew before I sign off. Yeah. It's like, welcome to the stream live. Thank you for sharing with us. Bless you. Thank you, Elise. Thanks for helping me. Shit. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's like, it's interesting how, word. Did you do the winning combo, at least in my opinion? It's totally mad. Word. All right. Good. All right. Let's get litty. Your mouth to God's ears, sister. Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. Let's have fun. So, see, but then here's the thing. That brew is so good that I want to finish it. But then I don't want to blast my stomach full of tea. So that was delicious. Goodbye forever. Let's do one more brew. Yeah, one last brew to sign off. Because this is remember I was saying that sometimes it tastes as you brew the tea, different flavors come out, and then if you can keep it all in balance and make it a smooth, eat some comfort pork for sure. If you can make it a smooth, I don't want to say a smooth journey, because I think that's not the right word. A smooth arc, maybe. Yeah, a smooth arc, a smooth story, right? With smooth transitions from brew to brew to brew to brew to brew. The more kind of violently the brews fluctuate, I think the less control the tea brewer is exhibiting, right? And if you're practicing and you want to get better at brewing tea, you always want to have a little bit more control. Every time that you brew, you want to have a little bit more control, so that so that you can do whatever you want with the tea, depending on who you're serving it to and when you're serving it, and how intense or how light, or what kind of flavor you want to offer in the cup. All right, so I'm gonna brew this one more time. The thing that caught my attention was just that there was a real nice kind of buttery undertone to all those nice, bright, fruity flavors that characterize Phoenix Mountain Oolongs, and I really enjoyed that. Ladies and gentlemen, Phoenix Mountain Oolongs. show you if I can get a good enough lighting. There. I don't know if you can see, but the leaf is still kind of like quite wrinkled up. Here, let me show you something. Do you see how the leaf is still kind of like, it looks like it's twisted up, especially like here, that leaf and this leaf, they're like still really tightly twisted. Wow, look at how hot they still are. Here, this leaf, see how it's still really twisted up. So these, when the leaves are still really tightly twisted like this, that means that there's still a bunch of juice in them. You can keep on brewing them, you know? So this is a tea that, for example, with this guy one, I can keep drinking this for the next like few hours, you know? That's something that's important to know about tea, to really get the full value out of your tea. Ladies and gentlemen, or rather ladies, thank you for tuning in to Mike and Ortiz with Mike Ortiz with ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Mike Ortiz with Mike Ortiz. Okay.